like I've started over. I mean, it's this again and again. I feel like I'm in a place that is stable and peaceful, and then I'm just not, and I don't even know how I ever felt peace in the first place. It's like the thoughts, they calm. I actually experience a period of time where the thoughts are not so loud. They don't disturb me so much. They even slow down a bit. It's like I get there, and I know it's not there. I know that's a part of this whole delusion that it's going anywhere. I have experiences of such stable feeling peace, and a peace that feels genuine, a peace that feels inclusive, that doesn't feel like it's excluding panic or disturbance from happening internally. It's just not following them. And then I find myself following them. I'm following them again. I fall back into the pattern of worry and just compulsive rumination, the continuous thought. And the thoughts are, usually something kind of entices me because it feels fun to contemplate. It's like not serious, it's not, but it holds this little sparkly, whoop. Yes, that's staying in. It holds this little sparkly temptation because there's something I might understand there. That's freaking where the thought pulls me back in. It's like, ooh, but you might be able to know something. You might deepen your understanding about this and then be able to talk about it better or be more stable. The thought is always like, if you follow me, you'll become more stable, more present, when it's the opposite. It's going into thought. It's going to be destabilizing. It's going to distract me from presence. But I believe it every fucking time. Every time. It's tempting, and I fall for it. And I'm not trying to shame myself. I'm just pointing this out to myself. That this has happened over and over. And I'm seeing the pattern now. And I see that the thought that tends to tip it off, because when I'm in a place of stability, the normal panicked thoughts, they don't move me. I am just observing them. I am just listening. So it has to be a thought that's like, oh, everything's good. We're not trying to tell you it's not good, but it could be more. You could be really good at this. You could be better at this. And if you follow this thought, you'll get better at your stability in presence. If you follow this thought, you'll get better at not following thoughts. It's obviously illogical, but in the moment I don't see it. And then I fall back into this addiction to thought. I relapse. I feel I can't talk about substance abuse, even though I have misused certain substances. Certainly, I've never felt what I would call addicted to them. Then again, I was on medication for 10 years, and the only reason all of the stuff stopped all at once was because very suddenly I couldn't physically withstand it. I felt sick. Taking any of it made me feel sick. So I had to stop. I didn't have a choice. And that is essentially what is happening with thought. Thought is making me sick. I can see it. I can feel it. It is sickening. When I go into thought, I don't feel well. I don't. And I can see that it is the thought itself that invites the feelings of unwellness. That's there's a certain physical degree of like nausea and sickness that can be acknowledged without judgment or resistance or shame or anything. It can just be, this is what's happening right now. Like, I don't feel well, but it's not a problem. And then there's this kind of, I mean, I can treat it the same way, but I can see clearly that the thoughts and the unwellness are bound together. They are essentially one and the same. The experience of, not just the experience of chronic thought, but the experience of being lost in chronic thought is an experience of unwellness. That chronic thought is itself diseased. And so losing myself in this diseased place, of course I feel diseased. Of course I feel unwell. And I'm not saying it's bad or a problem. But I would like to stop. I would like to stop feeling unwell, recognizing that it is the thoughts that put me in that feeling place. Even about my body, even about my health. My health could just be what it is. My body could just be what it is and wouldn't be a disturbance, wouldn't be a problem without thoughts that said, this is not good, this is a problem. Without the thoughts of worry about it. If I'm not worried, if I'm not having worried thoughts about my health and my body, then they just are what they are. The experience of them in the moment is what they are. Then they're free to take care of themselves. Then my body is allowed to do whatever it needs to do. And it's not bound to these limited expectations of cause and effect, of what is possible, of what needs to be. And it gets to do the things for itself spontaneously as it desires them in the moment of desiring them, and not as a part of some routine where all sight is lost of what were we even doing this for in the first place. Now it's just some concept of health, it's a concept of well-being, and I'm living in the concept, but because I'm following the rules, I'm following the structure laid out for me, the mind says, okay, now we can stop having the worried thoughts. We can let go of the worried thoughts. And because the mind has let go of the worried thoughts, I feel more at ease. I feel more well-being because I'm not in this diseased mental place. And I misunderstand. I think it's the things that I'm doing that make me feel healthy, when it's just that I'm abiding by the behavior that my mind has demanded, and because I have complied with its demands, it's now giving me permission to stop having the worried thoughts and therefore feel better. I know the rain is kind of loud, so I hope I'm still audible, but it is what it is. This is just a general kind of rant and rambling, and I'm exhausted. I fell back into the worried thoughts, into following the worried thoughts and identifying with them. And that's where all the frickin' pain is, man. That's where the suffering is. The resistant experience. And it's all, I'm not even really experiencing what's here. When I'm caught up in the thoughts about it, so distracted by them, and it's felt really hard not to be distracted by them recently. And then there's more frustration, and I can see that it loops in on itself. You know, the mind is just screaming at itself to stop. That doesn't do anything. That's just more mind activity. And all I can do is watch it. But I feel so uncertain and unstable. I'm struggling to watch it without being drawn into it. To see it without seeing through it. To put it in context with everything else, to include the mental activity with the landscape of all other sensory input, of just all the feeling. It's so loud that the thoughts feel like they drown out everything else. And then there's just thoughts saying, I can't feel it, I can't hear it, I can't see it. I can't hold on to this phone. And of course, that's still just more thoughts talking. It's not me, so it's not reality. It's not true. But they do a damn good job of painting it like it is. If I just let go of the worried thoughts, if I just stop believing them, stop resisting them, but also endorsing them, so that eventually they just fade. But I don't want to be caught up in eventually, because there's only right now. So what can I do right now? I'm struggling to accept the noise of all these worried thoughts that don't belong to me. They don't belong to me. But it feels like my head is full of people pointing fingers, saying, you should be worried. You should be scared. You should feel afraid and anxious and shamed that you're not making different choices, that you're not making changes. And standing in the face of that onslaught, it's like this is the onslaught of fear. Again, it's the finger pointing, telling you how to feel. That's what's happening inside my head recently, all the time. And I know that it's a part of learning to find the balanced place in the face of that, of energy being flung at me that way. To find the place that is non-resistant, but also not influenced, that is just neutral, that is listening without listening to it, like listening to it without listening to it, you know, hearing it, acknowledging it, just not making it my personal belief. To let these thoughts happen in my head without identifying with them as a personal belief. That feels tricky. I've done it, but it feels like I've slipped. Because I've crossed this threshold into, like, it's like now I'm picking up on a different sort of collective voice, and that is the voice of adults of a certain age. It's like it was just latent in me or something, I don't know, or maybe I'm just now in the frequency range of other people close to my age who are broadcasting this, close to it being within, like, honestly 20, 30 years even in front of me. So I'm 33 right now as of recording this video, and I can just hear everything and everyone, like, saying this voice that's like, well, now you gotta worry about your health. Now you gotta do the thing. You can't just be the way that you were in your 20s and eat the same food and not exercise and this, because you gotta take care of your health. And I don't want to eat the same food, and I don't eat the same food that I ate in my 20s. That's its own thing. I eat food. I like fresh food. I like fresh vegetables and all of that stuff. I enjoy that, but also I just enjoy food. And just this obsession of, like, being, again, it's the worry about my health and my body and what it should and shouldn't be, what it should and shouldn't behave like or look like. I can just, this is it's not the only thing that's driving me crazy, it's kind of just the thing right now. There's so much fear collectively. And again, this is just stream of consciousness kind of expressing a variety of things that I'm feeling, this being what's coming up at the moment. But my health isn't a problem when I don't believe the thoughts of worry, when I'm not concerned with the concerns. If a thought of worry about my health isn't there, then I'm not worried about my health. I'm not experiencing it in a negative, tense way. In fact, I'm just experiencing my body as it is in that moment, and I'm not questioning it. I'm not judging it. I'm not saying it should be something other than what it is. And then how do I take the steps to get there? I'm just in it. I'm just having an experience in my body, and it's not a big deal, and it is what it is, and it's not a bad thing. It's just my body in this moment. But I feel like I'm just, like, picking up this massive collective, like, finger wagging It's not a lot of topics, but that's one of them. That's a big one. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting to hear that voice, to have this just nagging worry wart inside your head. And it's outside too. I don't know a lot of people. That's on purpose. I don't socialize with a lot of people. Nothing against people. There's enough going on in here in general. I don't feel a need to, and people tend to just kind of exhaust me further. But there is at least a little bit of that energy. If even from one person, two people that are just generally in my sphere. But the people who are like of this age or a little bit older and like, well, yeah, I gotta hit the gym. I'm hitting the gym now. I gotta get my workout in. We're cutting out the this and the that, and we're doing the keto, and we got the yoga going, and nothing against any of that. If that's what you want to do, have fun. It's just it's the worry behind it. It's the feeling that this is just what you have to do now. This is just, you don't have a choice. If you don't want your life moving forward to suck, basically, then you have to do these things. I just don't jive with that statement. That if you don't want your life to suck, then you just have to, Allie, you just have to do these things. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And clearly, I haven't worked it out in myself. I haven't felt myself into the place that is able to stand firmly and not be swayed by that yet. But it just sounds like a threat. It just sounds like a threat. What is it? All of this shit just sounds like the mind is a mobster. It's a fucking mafioso. It's going, gosh, this is a nice body you got. Be ashamed if something happened to it. You sure enjoy being in this body. If you want to keep enjoying it, then you better get on board. You better do what I tell you to do. Who fucking decides that? What kind of manipulative, restrictive, limited belief? I'm not blaming anybody for this. My own mind. It's this coming from every angle and on every subject of it's gonna be bad if we don't fill in the blank. It's that story that I just can't get behind. I can't buy into that anymore. It's gonna be bad. It's just gonna get worse. Things are only gonna get worse unless we take steps now. I can hear that in regards to politics, the economy, physical health, emotional health, bodies, children, the socialization and education of children, financial situation, Just, it's all of this stuff. There's so many voices just saying the same shit. It's just gonna get worse unless we do something to try to mitigate it. It's just gonna get worse. You can't just let things be. You can't just let things be. Fuck that. Is nature getting worse? Of course, some people would say yes. People would say yes. Because of our fucking meddling, that would be the only thing. Because we pollute it and then we try to unpollute it and then we kill a species and we try to save a species and we fuck with things. But nature is fine. For all of our shenanigans, for all of the bullshit that we have pulled, the toxic waste, the interference, the introduction of species into places where they didn't exist before, the decimation of species that existed for hundreds of thousands of years, for all of that, nature is still just nature. We're not really even doing anything as far as nature is concerned. Nature's just minding its own business. Nature's just taking care of itself, and it's not doing anything. It's not taking preventative measures. It's not taking steps against stuff. It's all just unfolding. It's just happening the way that it wants to happen. It follows the good feeling. That's how it all stays in balance. It's all connected. It's all operating as one organism. And so are we. We are not separate from nature. We can trust. We can trust things. We can trust ourselves. We can trust our bodies. We can trust each other. That the direction we're going, the trend is not towards doom. The trend is not this downwards headed towards a pit and we keep trying to rein it back, and if we don't rein it back then it all explodes. That's not how this works. It would have all exploded. Do we really think humans are in control of this? Humans, in our tiny fraction of time on this planet, and our even tinier fraction of time as some kind of dominant species, that we're driving this thing? That it all keeps working because of us? What kind of fucking arrogant egotism? That the galaxy it keeps operating okay? That the sun keeps shining and the earth keeps spinning and life keeps lifing because we haven't let it slide into the decay and depravity that it would inevitably reach if not for us, human progress. Fuck. That's the voice in my head. That's the voice in everybody's head. It's up to us. It's up to us to save it. Because it's in peril. Everything is in peril all the time, in jeopardy. The state of your body, your health, your finances, your love life, your family, the country, the world. It's all in peril all the fucking time. And it's up to you to keep it under control. It's exhausting. I'm so tired of it. I'm so fucking sick and tired of being in control, of pretending to, of being told to pretend that I'm in control when I control nothing. All I've got is a big middle finger. I'm just seeing a big middle finger. It's just a big fuck all of that shit. I don't know. What do you want me to say? Is what I feel. Just, I don't agree. I'm not on board. I'm not complicit. Call me whatever you want. Saboteur, rabble rouser, subversive, self-destructive, defiant, oppositional. Is it oppositional to just not go the fuck along with it? According to someone who is trying to get you to go along, of course, if you're not going along, then you're opposing. Well, I'm here. I'm not trying to fight the moment-to-moment current of life. In fact, that's what it feels like the people who are trying to get you to go along are doing. They're trying to get you to go along with fighting life, fighting the current, fighting the natural flow. That's what I don't want to go along with, is the resistance. How do I not go along with the resistance in a way that doesn't feel like resistance? I know it's possible. I think I just have to stand here. To just keep saying no. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going. Maybe saying nothing. Maybe not saying anything at all. Just nodding that I hear you. And then not responding. And then when that voice says, but you don't hear me, you never hear me, you're not listening, I say, I hear you. And just let it get infuriated that I'm not going there. I'm not going where it's going. This is what we do for ourselves. Our own energy is holding the frequency of knowledge. It's hearing us, it's seeing us, but it's not going along with the story of ego, right? It's not going there. So to just stand there smiling and nodding and saying, I hear you. I'm going to do that today to my thoughts. Each one I'm just going to acknowledge, just like nod to. And if I say anything, it's just going to be, I hear you. And I'm going to let them stomp their feet and scream and point and say, you are the problem. You are unfeeling, uncaring. You are hurtful and you are hurting me. And I'm just going to say, I hear you. And I'm going to stand and watch the insanity of mind unfold and devour itself. And I'm not going to step in. I'm not going to interfere. I'm tired of that. I'm so fucking tired of it. I've been tired of it. I've been in this place again and again. And I want to just stop. I want to just stop and let everything be. And be in it and be with it. And let go of the worry and the judgment. I'm just here with what is. That's it. I gotta go inside. So, yeah. Just another day feeling crazy. And, I'm just saying I hear you. And that's it. I'm saying nothing else. Thank you for your witness. This has no point. It's just what it is. I love you. Take it easy.